Greetings, Karen Clay. Thanks for watching Somatic Unwinding. Here's another lesson, 7 minutes or less. This is called Spine Like a Chain. And again, it will teach every single vertebra in your spine to receive and register support. It'll create a sense of connection, a sense of wholeness, and a sense of capability. And that will change everything. So let's get started. Please come and lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet on the floor. So where do your feet need to be? Your feet need to be in a place where a small child could come and sit on your knees and you'd be perfectly able to support them. So your feet don't want to be too far away. They don't want to be too close. You want to find the Goldilocks spot for your feet where you feel like you can use the support of the floor to move. And what we're going to do is we're going to imagine that there's a blanket underneath you and it's got some wrinkles in it. And if you used your hands, you would kind of push the wrinkles away with your hands. Instead of using your hands, you're going to use your feet. You're not actually going to slide your feet. That's not going to happen. But you are going to engage as if you were pushing the floor away underneath you. When you push the floor away underneath you, you'll notice that your pubic bone moves a little bit towards the ceiling and your tailbone comes under. Your tailbone will just curl under a little bit. So just begin with that much. Just the first tiny movement where you rock from wherever you started on your sacrum and you flatten up a little bit in the direction of your lower back. Then let that go. Now, the next time you roll up to that first spot and then roll up to the next spot, which is a ½ an inch above that. And then let it all go. Come back to the beginning place. Now, again, imagine sliding the heels away from you. Roll up to those 2 points and then a third point somewhere near the middle of your pelvis. Let go, slowly roll through those 2 spots back to the beginning. Press again, rolling up through place 1, place 2, place 3, and place 4. And then slowly, slowly roll yourself back to the beginning. So this is called spine like a chain. So you could imagine that you were lifting a chain off the floor, link by link, or laying it down link by link. And each link is about 1 inch long. So you're going to close your eyes and take your time, slowly rolling up your spine, gradually adding another link to the chain each time you pull up from the tail. You're using the action of reaching the feet away to drive the pelvis. And you'll notice that as you push your feet away, put your hand just above your hair on the floor. You'll notice that when you begin to drive your feet away, that it actually causes your whole self to move in that direction, that you get taller as you push yourself up towards the top of your head and continue rolling up your spine, lengthening up, adding 1 stop each time you go, and then rolling back down gradually, gradually, not missing any one of those stops. So you're giving your brain some really nutritious food, and it's the food of self-awareness. It's allowing the brain to paint a very detailed picture of the vertebra, of each vertebra, and of how the vertebrae are connected from your tail all the way to your skull. So you'll continue to roll slowly up. And really allow yourself to settle into each one of those places. Some of the places will feel heavier and more obvious. Some of the places will feel a little more difficult to notice, to sense. And that's just fine. You don't want to push those places harder or try more. You just want to let everything be exactly as it is and just continue observing without a need to change. Noticing how your breath accompanies the movement if it does. Do you breathe in when you roll up, or do you breathe in when you roll down? So you'll continue with this movement slowly, 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 gradually. I'm going to go all the way to the end, rolling until you're at the base of your neck. Don't go any further than that. And then slowly rolling down. And you can continue this for as long as you've got time for. Each time you lower, each time you lift, it's a different sensory experience, and it's a different location that your brain gets to paint into its map of your spine. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week.